This is a shorter segment for the mastery course because right now we are looking for problems. We are going through the greenhouse, take a look at every plant and make a decision. Is it big enough to flower? Is it healthy enough to stay at that spot? And this one isn't big enough to flower, and it looks dehydrated from having a too sunny spot. These are seedlings, seed grown, so they are more sensitive to drying out, too much sun. It's very hard to water seedlings in the most exposed spots, so you need to see them all the time, and these were hidden behind other plants, bigger plants, taller plants, and therefore I'm moving these away. Let's have a look and find a spot for them. Okay, so this is perfect. This is on the side, shielded by the greenhouse. It gets shade so it can take in the water that it lost from the too exposed spot. But overall, it's better to give them a little bit fewer water, not enough, compared to when you give them way too much when it's cold. So yeah, these will recover. You just need to water and fertilize them instantly. So in here, there are some plants on the left that will not flower, that are probably best suited outside as long as they do not get sunburn. So I would probably move these. These are all big enough, well watered. Trying to see what's behind here. So about these I need to be careful because they are a little bit hidden. Everything that is hidden is bad because sometimes you only notice when something has happened when it's too late. Over here, same situation. The columnars in the back on the right, I will probably take them out because they cannot flower yet. But apart from that, there's not so much. Here's a lobivia that I want to take out now. But I'm a little bit worried about ripping down the whole shelf. So I'm not sure. Maybe I will wait another. I don't know. It should be out. But when I pull it from above, the pot will stay down probably. And I don't want to unpot it right away now. So yeah. But we will continue to look for plants that need a different spot. So this one is Lobivia winteriana, needs a sunny spot. This is not good. So yeah, we'll take that one out. I just have them close in this greenhouse. It also shields against frost and all. But yeah, at this point, had an older infection there, but it healed out nicely. This is a otherwise healthy plant. It will recover. Putting Lobivia winteriana on the top shelf for now. This is not bad. But I need to be careful about sunburn now because it hasn't built up a strong protection, so I keep an eye on it. This is kind of my sick bay. It's the most exposed spot. So everything that has skin discoloration comes there because it gives them a chance to recover. Everything that doesn't recover there goes straight into the trash, so they will need to get their stuff together. This one will go on the shelf where it gets a more sun-exposed spot. Yeah, trying to find more spots that I can use, but I don't want to cause total chaos right now when they are flowering. This one is multi-hybrid violets. I'm not happy with the soil. I repotted it last year, but the weird shape kind of pushes the plant a little bit out of the soil every time, so I might have to repot it. And right now we're looking for a more shady spot because it didn't take the sun so well. So it will also go here into the shade. Yeah, but I need to take it out of the soil. I can already see that this isn't supposed to look like this. Too dehydrated. Soil looks crap. Root system is free, which shouldn't be like that. So maybe we will repot that one today. Because right now I'm not happy with the soil. This should look different. But yeah, we will see. Here's a lobevia that has discolored from the sun, so this one goes into the shade too. I moved Orange, California. It just had problems in the sun. It was too much at once. So in here, we should probably start cleaning up in the next days, and that's what we will do. Trying to get plants who have flowering size on the top shelves, but it's not so easy because the top shelves are already full. This one will go here because it's shielded a little bit, but there's a lobevia behind that I do not like. This doesn't look good. Needs out of the sun. This kind of stuff comes from dehydration. It's a removed tip that I tried to root, but the sun was just taking the life out of it. So we will put that in the shade too. But as soon as you see an infection, it can't be in the rain. So this will go into health shade. A little bit of sun, but not too much. Pretty much the definition. I mean, look up the definition of health shade. I'm sure there are many spots in your greenhouse where you could put them in that case. Everything that's on lower shelves will need to be moved out now because that's not a good spot there. That's a super shady spot. I only use that in case of emergency when there's no other options. And yeah, right now we will move them out today. Yeah, and I'm kind of worried if I put more plants on this shelf, it will fall. So I'm not doing that right now. I will leave it as is, I think. This shelf is just full. I will move a few more plants around here, but not so many. I mean, this stuff here I will probably move out because it's not looking like it's flowering. Also shielded. I try to avoid having smaller plants that are shielded by taller ones. And that is something that you need to keep an eye out for because you often have no idea what's going on behind that. Because in winter, I guarantee you will not start crawling everywhere and looking into that. So be careful about that. But since these come from shade, they were blocked. They can't be in direct sun. So it must be indirect too. And don't get me wrong, this place gets sunlight too. It's just not all of the day. You get a little bit of sun in the morning, and then the greenhouse shades it most of the day, and that's okay here for the smaller ones. So I will fill this row with the smaller seedlings, so I can focus on bringing them to health. The moment they are back at full health, they will go into the sun. Cleaning up now, nothing that is dead in between. Then I have this crest that stands too close to the other one. It's just too easy with these crests to get problems when they are growing too close. This is where it terminated last year from the drought, but apart from that, it's looking good, so we will move that. It goes into the brighter greenhouse. And I don't mean brighter, but the other spot in the greenhouse is brighter. I just don't have more space in full sun in that other greenhouse. And in here, I do not put that on the ground. This is the type of stuff that always needs a shelf. You just can't put crests in bad spots because this type of grows, not only does it promote mealybug infestations and all, it also can create blind spots, cold spots, shady spots in between where there's a lot of problems that can arise. One infection somewhere in between this grows, this chaotic growth, and you have infection that can reach the core pretty fast. So this needs top layer, top shelf, and you need to look at it all the time. But first I want to clean a little bit up here because these seedlings here, they are too small for that spot too. Yeah. And they are looking good, mostly. I mean, they will recover when I say that. When I say they are looking good, I say that and know that these can turn out great still. Okay, so these need to be repotted. Something about the roots isn't right here. These need to be in washed pumice, and this is an unwashed pumice. And you can see the result there. It just doesn't dry out so fast. So these go out. These are selected for repotting. in here I just want to remove that seedling, but that's all. Once that one is gone, the other 3 have a little bit more space and can recover. I don't want to repot this one right now because it's badly, I don't know, attacked from fungal and sunlight and all, but these can recover. A little bit of healthy growth can be enough and you still have your piece of the seedling. So let's just remove that crap here. Yeah, these, okay, this is okay. When I remove something like this, it needs to be gone with roots and all. I mean, there's a little bit left, but that's, I don't care about that. So this goes top shelf again because of the fungal infection. Top shelf can help. A little bit at the back, but yeah, maybe we should move it to the front. Small ones to the front, bigger ones to the back. But first I want to get rid of this. This is spines and all, and I do not want to have spines in the garden because of the pets. I don't want to have them stepping into something. So let's try this out. Of course it falls. Of course. Okay. I'll remove this one so I can get to these. These need a different spot, you see. Too much sun stress. These aren't dead yet, but they would be if you leave them there. So you move that to a shadier spot, but still good. Maybe here. I'll take care of that later. Here's something that needs help. See? This is a sunburn. Sunburn that turned into an infection. And it's not a problem because I can just cut it off. I just removed that. This is a hybrid by Hartmut Kellner. Dessau IK Gräsers Überraschung, I think. So I will need to, this is a good one, I need to save it. So I will just remove this, and it doesn't look like it goes through. The core still looks decent. Okay, so this one needs to be moved out because it's pressed against the roof. There you see what happens when it's pressing against the roof here. Not good. And this is a good one. This is a Matucana hybrid from the body, or yeah. So yeah, maybe moving that one here. Okay. So now the other one is pressing against the window. Can't have that either. Okay, these seedlings look good actually for the top shelf. Not dehydrated, so they stay. This here, but these come down. Still big enough to recover from a little bit of heat and all. That's not a problem. This one actually has flowering size. It goes up. Now we are preparing everything for flowering. So this is a unique view into my situation here when flowering starts. Seedlings too small for top shelf. They need to go down, but they have turned out nicely. This is a Chiloensis hybrid. Nicely. I love that. Okay, so this one I really like. So I'm putting it aside. This one stays here. But also almost at the roof. Too small. Going down here. Here. Oh, yeah. See, this is what happens. Top shelf. Way too sunny for these, so we will move them aside. These go into the shade. Same spot here. But I need to keep a close eye on them here, because slugs and all, they could completely destroy them. So maybe I will move it inside again in the next few days. Today we will get rain, so they stay out just so they can get in some humidity again. But then need to have them at a protected spot probably. Slugs will be so bad again this year. I know it. Okay, we are restoring order on the top shelf. So this one here, this is a crested growth. It looked so bad when I put it in there. So never change a winning team. Isn't that how they say it? So that one goes out. That one stays there. This one goes out. Too spiny in a too small pot. Needs to be repotted. We need to look into these, what it is and all. And I have so many of these pots, so we will take care of them later. But right now we are moving plants that could be flowering. Here, Lobivia winteriana. On to the top you go. Lobivia winteriana just needs a lot of light and all. Okay, this is good. Could maybe flower. I don't know. Lobivia like. So I'm putting it aside until we have moved the small ones from the top shelf. I like them there in winter, but in summer it's just getting too hot. Same here. It's all about the spots where you put your cacti. They need to be well chosen. These, okay-ish, but not good. Too much probably for top shelf there. The ones at the base, they are still alive, so this goes into the shade. These are dehydrated, but they stay on the top layer because the species has problems with drought and with too much water. These need to be cleaned out. Every dead seedling needs to be removed and then maybe repotted too. These have turned out nicely on the top shelf. I love them very much. Yeah. Sometimes I put stuff that comes from the shade and looks like crap, and then I put them on the top shelf and everything is great again. So you play around with the shelves, with what you have available. I cannot say I do not know what you have at home, what kind of setup, but whatever you have, use it to the best of your abilities. Look at the sun. When the sun comes here, goes around there. And it always depends what you're trying to do. Do you want them to flower or do you just want them to survive the winter? Top shelf is great for seedlings for surviving the winter. But later, when the scorching heat arrives, not so much. You need to water them all the time. Then they are okay. But I mean, you could also just move them to a little bit less sunny spot. With these, they are actually big enough to flower already. Almost. So and I calculate the growth they will do in the next weeks. I already include that when I say they will be big enough to flower. Right now they're a little bit small, but I've seen Lobivia flower at this size, so we will leave them there for now. So this is a propagation thing. The one at the bottom, that pop needs to be removed because otherwise the stock will put the growth into that pop and not into the grafted thing. Yeah, it had terminated, which is good for propagation. More seedlings that need in the shade. The seedlings are the future, so I take good care of them. But I have days when I just am tired of having too many plants, and then okay, I felt like I can't move my finger. Yeah, okay, so these will go out into shadier spot in the other greenhouse probably. Or at the bottom shelf. What I will do is I will rotate now. I rotate bigger plants on the top shelf and smaller plants on the bottom shelf. I carefully chose the height. This is it, you know, because I want them in summer to... Everything I put there gets the maximum of sunlight that I can provide with my spot. And everything below still gets sun. It's protected, but it doesn't get the excessive heat that the top shelf gets because the sun comes from the other side again in the evening. So they get sun from morning to evening, and that can be too much sometimes. These look good. I'll leave these on the top shelf. I just feel like they look great on here. This is Hageoceroes, so they like the sun. I've lost the Hageoceroes in the frost, so I'm careful with them now. These are looking good actually, but I mean, pot is way too small. I think this is Eulichnia. I will keep them on here too. This one's big enough to flower, so I'll put it aside. Yeah, and here, this one can stay, it's big enough. Just need to keep an eye on the second seedling on the side. This one's too dehydrated, needs to go down. Yeah, these here are too dehydrated, and some of them didn't make it, so yeah, need to clean this up too, put aside. And I want these on a sunny spot, just not on that spot. Uy. Yeah, these are pretty, should have gotten water a few months ago. Yeah, there's still some remnants from last year when I stopped watering. When my wife moved out, I just didn't care at that time. I didn't even know if I want to continue breeding cacti or other stuff, you know. It was a difficult time. Sometimes you get these phases, depressive phases and all. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you this. So this is a tiny piece that I rooted. Check this out. This is really just what you see there. It's not going deeper. This was just a remnant piece of a rare plant that I felt like could make it on its own. And now look at it. This is a super rare plant. Ruffled, amazing flowers and all. So this is really nice. The fact that it popped shows you how to never give up. Any kind of small plant can pop as long as it produces roots. It forms roots and all. So yeah, this is nice. And it will stay on the top shelf, because if you put this in the shade, it will rot instantly. And now we have here created ourselves a little bit of space, so we can move stuff around, can put bigger plants there that are flowering size, that will be hit by the sun and form flower buds now. Everything that's like this size, for example, this one, I will walk through everywhere, put them up here. This is too tall, but I will put it here. Still a sunny spot, not great, but sunny. Okay, and this one, maybe, I don't know. I'll put it like this. This is Lubivia densispina, and it did so great at that spot, so I'm leaving it. But I need to be able to get to the others here. Oh, it's all full of spider webs. This one is doing fine. Last year, I noticed that these were doing poorly, so I repotted them in organic soil because they just looked bad in the mineral mix, and they recovered, apart from this one. So okay, so these are the seedlings that we selected, and these need new spots too. And I will just, every time I go somewhere, I take one or two of these with me, and we will look for a spot now for it, and then we will stop the. I will stop the video because I need a break. It was too long already, but we're doing this now. So these are pretty dehydrated, but they will make it. You just need to start spraying them right away, today. So I put them in here. This is also a sunny spot, but not so sunny. So we will try it out, but it's possible I will have to move them again later. I could also put them here below. This is the shelf below. Could put them there too. And this is how I walk around now at this time of year. It's April now, and right now is a good chance to actually find plants that will flower if you put them at the right spot. And you will also find a lot of seedlings that will survive if you put them at the right spot. It's all about picking the right spots. Here's a graft. We will move this one to a better spot. This one could be great for the top shelf. Not seeing any flower buds yet, so this is exactly the right kind of plant that I want on the top shelf, with enough reserves and energy to take the heat from the top shelf and respond with flowering. A lot of them do, especially these spiny ones, Argentinian species and all. Yeah. Okay guys, yeah, just wanted to take this video of my process when I'm cleaning out, when I'm starting to move plants around so they flowered this year, so I know what I have. If I can sort everything that I can sort out now is good, because you've seen the I have way too many plants and they need to go this year. This year we will sort out whatever we can, and whatever flowers is good.